All right, people. So, Abo, testimonies?
Yeah. So, excuse me. Again, I asked Caleb to kind of run this meeting here just because, a little bit less than 100%, but I got a fresh cup of coffee, and I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a fresh cup of coffee pretty much covers over a multitude of weaknesses. So I should be good to go. All right. So as Caleb said, what we want to do is basically just kind of answer as many questions as possible. I've got a few things that I want to share with you guys up front, and then we'll open it up to questions. First thing I want to do is, do we have anybody on here? It looks like most of the people that are on here are actually all brand new. So what I would say, Caleb, is let's kick off. We always like to start this off with a story or a testimony or something like that, right? We're basically always here just to be positive, encouraging, to kind of learn from each other and encourage each other. So we just want to share you guys. We just had, it's funny, I didn't even ask for this testimonial, but this pastor just sent me this one this morning. So we're just going to share it with you guys real quick. And then we'll kind of dive in and kind of get started with some questions. I'll share a few things with you guys here as well. Do you have that queued up, Caleb?
Remember that when I told you that I would have it all queued up?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm still working on that.
Perfect.
Yeah, got it. Done.
Awesome.
All right. And
Hey, Jamie here from Genesis Church, and I want to take a moment to give Chris and his team just a shout out of praise for what they are doing to help out local churches. He did not ask me to do this. I just want to let you know, as a pastor in a local church, that what he and his team are providing to help churches reach people is incredible. This past Sunday, my church of 100 people experienced 12 first-time families walk through the door. Not 12 first-time people, families that walked through the door for the very first time as a result of what Chris and his team are doing to help us to reach people, using Facebook, using technology, using the ads. And so, yes, it's going to cost you some money. However, for a few $100, you can reach a lot of people that you do not have contact with. And these people are walking in our doors for the very first time because they're seeing our ads and our name, our church name on Facebook. So if you're hanging on the fence a little bit about whether to try this or not, give it a try. Go check out Chris and his team, and they will do an amazing job for you and your church to help you reach some brand new people and grow your church and grow the kingdom, all for God's glory. Go check it out. Give it a try.
hey,
That's awesome. Pastor Jamie's awesome. I love it. When I saw that this morning, I thought, man, we definitely need to share that, right? Just to kind of keep like in front of what could happen, right? So Pastor Jamie first came to us about a year ago, and actually went through like a DIY program that we had at the time, and then started with Facebook ministry ads here like during the summer, and it's just been doing a bunch of new things, right? And it's just cool because here's a church of 100 people with 12 new families showing up on Sunday. And he reached out to me on Monday because he was just over the moon pumped, right? So always like to share. It's just cool seeing, like, it's because Pastor Jamie kind of had that thing where a lot of what he was doing before was what we've talked about on the strategy calls, where he was inviting people to church so they could do ministry. But when we flipped that with Facebook ministry ads, and he started doing ministry first, right, and then started inviting people to church. That's why everything has been so different for him. And it's changed the game. So pretty cool deal. So all right, here's what I want to do is I wanted to kind of share a couple of things because we have so many new people on here. There's a couple of things that I want to hit as far as mindset stuff goes, and just things to be aware of up front, and then we'll kind of open it up to questions here. So here's there's a couple of things that we get questions that we get a lot, right? So one of them is we get asked like, hey, we're getting a lot of people who are, asking for money or don't have rides or something, right? Like, so just so you guys know, like that happens at literally I think we've run this for over 250 churches now in 5 different countries. It's happened at all 250 different churches in all 5 different countries, right? It's not unique. It's just kind of the nature of doing ministry is when you're out there and doing prayer requests, praying for people, you're always going to get people that are asking for money or that don't have rides. That kind of stuff's just going to happen. Just know that it happens. Embrace it. No big deal. Like we've got we do a Friday groceries ministry at our church. Every single Friday, we hand out between 400 and 700 bags of groceries. And it's always interesting because you think that people would be would be happy with like the free groceries, whatever. But it's funny because you're still there. Like every single Friday, we have people asking for money and asking for rides to different places. They get the job interviews or different things, right? Like it's going to happen. You also you even have people complaining about you gave them a free bag of groceries, it's filled to the top with groceries, but you gave them Captain Crunch and they only eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right, or something like that, right? It's just the nature of just doing ministry is that kind of stuff's going to happen. So you're going to get people on there who are asking for money, who are asking for rides. Just know that's part of it. Just embrace it and know that it's all good, because you're also going to get families that are fractured that need healing. You're going to get marriages that are going to be restored because of the you taking time out to pray and get them into your church. We even had one of the guys who's on a lot of these calls. Pastor Sean, he actually had a guy make like a sarcastic negative comment on one of the Facebook ads. And so he replied and said, "Hey, I'm going to shoot you a DM," right? Basically just said, "Hey, you sound kind of skeptical about church. Sounds like something happened. What's up?" And started a conversation with the guy, ended up inviting the guy out to church. The guy came, got saved, brought his whole family, and has now been plugged into the church for like 2 months, right? All because of a sarcastic negative comment that he made on Facebook, right? So just embrace that kind of stuff. It's going to happen. Know that you're also going to get high-level people who are just going through some stuff, right? So that's going to happen over the course of the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months. The second thing to know is that people a lot of times, so the way that Facebook has it set up is when someone sends a prayer request, right, they'll see the ad and they click on that send message button. Then it opens up Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger says in order to subscribe them to your messenger list, they have to click a button before they can start having a conversation back and forth with you. Now, they do this just to kind of protect. They want to make sure that, like those shady businesses out there that are just trying to spam people, they don't want them to be able to do that. So it's almost like a double opt-in on email, where they have to click on the ad. Then once Messenger's open, they basically have to click that send prayer request button. That subscribes them to your messenger list, and then it also kicks off those automated sequences. So if you ever see someone who it's like, hey, they submitted a prayer request, but the sequence didn't fire, right? It's nothing with the sequences. They just, where it says like, hey, click on the send prayer request button, to get started. Well, those people aren't clicking on the send prayer request button, which is what Facebook says they have to do in order to kick everything off. So just know if that happens, no big deal. You can just go through it and basically kind of just conversate with them manually, right? If that happens, just say, okay, great. Well, we'll definitely be praying for you. Right? And you can kind of word it yourself like, oh, by the way, we're also having church this Sunday. Would you like to come out so that we can pray for you in person? Right. So just know, like, there's nothing broken. There's nothing not working. Just if they don't click that send prayer request button, they won't get subscribed and it won't kick off the automated sequences. It probably only happens a couple of times out of 100. But if you see any of those, just know that's why Facebook requires they press a button. They didn't read the instructions to press a button. They just typed in their request without hitting it. That's why it didn't kick off. And then the last thing that I like to share, again, just because it's questions that we get a lot of times is, like if you like when to jump into the sequence itself, right? So once that sequence starts, it just keeps coming in, right? So whether it's you as the pastor doing it or whether it's someone on your team, what we usually recommend is wait till the whole sequence goes through, because there's no way to pause that sequence. Once it starts off, kicks off, it just runs through those. And then once it's run through the sequences and they've stopped answering, then you can kind of jump in and send the audio prayer. But don't worry about like jumping in there until those sequences are done. Otherwise, you'll send the audio prayer and then there'll be more sequences coming in behind you. That's just kind of the nature of the automation and kind of how it works with Facebook Messenger. So it's best to wait till they finish answering the questions and the sequences. Then you can jump in and send the audio prayer or have a personal conversation through Messenger as well. All right. So what questions do you guys have? What are you guys seeing here so far? Do you have questions about anything I said or anything that you've been seeing so far?
Hey there.
Hey, what's going on?
So I'm still, the program, definitely the automated process is really great. And now that you explain, because some people, like I was just looking at Sean, the leaders that runs our discipleship programs and so forth. So I noticed that certain people did, like, they might have put, hey, the sequence might have said, let me know how I can pray for you. And then she would put something in, like, I want a warrant for removal, blah, 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 apartment, but nothing else went after that.
Yeah.
So like, I was thinking, do I say something? That was like 8 o'clock this morning, or that was Tuesday. But I don't know if I should say something. Do I jump in there and talk to the person?
Yeah. So what I would do is I would jump in and just talk as if, and basically, say the same types of things, right? So you can just respond to a prayer request and just say, okay, great. Man, me and our prayer team, like, we'll definitely be praying for you, right? And then just kind of, send that off to you, and then just kind of echoing what the sequence says. Hey, by the way, we're having church this Sunday. Would you like to come out so we can pray for you in person? Right. And then if she says yes, say, okay, great. Man, would you like us to have somebody here waiting for you that can kind of show you around and, kind of give you a tour of the church, introduce you to a few people. Right. And if she says yes, okay, great. What's the best number for them to text you at to set up that, that visit? Right. And then just kind of collect it that way. So you're basically walking them through what it would normally do in the sequence. You're just doing it manually.
Okay.
And that's the best way. Then that way you can get all that. And then you can literally just give their phone number to whoever it is that you're going to have host them that Sunday so they can text them and connect with them. Like, hey, Pastor Lydell asked me to reach out to you, right? Like, my name's Jackie. I'm going to be, hosting you on Sunday. When you get here, meet me over here and right. So just kind of doing that manually. So I would definitely still respond. You can still have that interaction. It's just, that's why I didn't kick off the sequences, because she just typed in a prayer request without hitting that button.
Okay. So would you also recommend, should I, because I also have traffic, I guess personally, would it recommend that I take this and post the same, what I'm at the ad? Should I post this on my personal page as well? But I guess it would not have that sequence element to it.
Yeah. So if you shared the ad to there, then it would, because it would share the exact ad and people would click on it, right? Like that's actually something that we have this happen sometimes. You'll have church. I think we may have talked about this on the phone. I can't remember, but sometimes what'll happen is it'll start resonating with people that'll see that, and they may not have a prayer request. They'll share it on their page, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, why is somebody from Connecticut responding to this, right? And so it would be the same thing if you shared on your page. You might have some people that don't live within driving distance that would be doing it, but as long as you actually shared the ad itself, then it would still have that send message button, and they would click on it, and it would kick off the sequence.
Okay. And I'm still, Facebook is not responding well to my voice. I don't know why my account won't do an audio anywhere on my.
Yeah, so I was thinking about you this morning. There's so kind of two workarounds, right? So you can kind of figure out what that is. Number one is it will allow you to like attach one. So you could like still record the audio and then like record on your computer and then upload it, right? It's an extra step, might take like an extra 30 seconds per prayer request. You could do that. And that might be one way to kind of help it. But the second thing that you could do is you could, because I know you're saying it was showing up on your wife's phone, but it wasn't showing up on yours. Is that right?
No, I don't think she's getting it either.
No, I can't record audio either.
That's weird. Do you guys have the same type of phone?
Yeah, both iPhones.
Oh, those are both iPhones. Now that's okay. Let me ask you one more thing here, then, just to make sense, just to make sure. So I have an iPhone myself. Is it the icon for the app itself? Is it this one? Let's see here. This one right here that has like the flag on it?
Oh no, nope.
Okay, that's the problem.
I have the regular Messenger.
Okay. So if you download the Facebook Pages app, you log in, that's gonna
Chris, that's what I needed. Okay.
Boom.
Hey, Kate Francis, mute your phone.
Kate Francis, mute your phone.
Yeah, I just muted him. We're good.
Okay.
Okay. So, which Pastor K, good to see you on here, bro. All right. So, yeah. So that's the once you download that app, you'll log in and you'll have everything just so that like blue plus sign on the bottom left. You click it, audio message will come up. Boom.
Is it Facebook Messenger? Is it or Facebook app? What is or
It's called Facebook page.
page?
Yep.
That's why you kept saying page, and I wasn't understanding that at all. I was going to the page. So Facebook page manager. I got it.
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Boom.
That's what my team would have to. That's what my team would have to load as well when they take over,
right,
and start doing this as well. Okay.
Right. Exactly. And then you can just add them to the page so that they can have access as well and start messaging people. Yep.
Okay, that was my biggest downfall right there because I couldn't do the audio. And so, what do you deal with the people who are far away? Like some lady just said, Claire, this lady, she just said, please pray for Puerto Rico. I have family there. It didn't kick off or automated, so I just put, hey, I'm praying for Puerto Rico and your family that they would be safe. But I noticed she's nowhere in, like I didn't send her the next phase of steps because it looks like she's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should still send her that sequence either way.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what I would do is, so if you could always just say like, hey, we're praying for you. Listen, if you're ever in town, we'd love for you to come out to a service, right? And then in the meantime, do you guys do a live stream, Lydell? Okay.
Yeah, we'll be live streaming soon. Yes.
Yeah. So just say, hey, in the meantime, we live stream every single Sunday. Here's the link.
Okay. And we have a prayer call every day at 6 a.m. and 12 o'clock every day. So my mom just kind of mentioned that. That's definitely something to bring in.
Yeah, that's perfect. I love that.
Okay, prayer call area. All right. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to not pass this off, but to include more people, because right now I'm monitoring everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure that out, how to kind of bring them into the picture.
Yeah, well, so I'll show you something real quick. Actually, just pulled up your account. Let me share my my screen with you real quick. Right.
Okay.
So this is for anyone else that's looking to do this too, right? Like after you've been taking it, you've been sending the audio prayers, kind of learning how things go, and you want to build up a team and start spreading out to some of your volunteers or some of your staff people. Here's what you can do. When you go into your account here, all you have to do, you pull up ManyChat, and you'll just go to settings. And we're recording this, so you can always go back through this recording as well. Go through settings, and then you're just gonna you'll go over here to users, right? And then all you have to do is invite new member, and then you pick admin, and literally just generate a link, right? And now you've got the link right here, and then you just send this link to people, to whoever you wanna invite. Now, as you guys probably saw, this link expires really quickly. So you need to make sure that when you send it to people that they actually like click on it and log in and do it, right? Really fast to set it up, but ManyChat sets it up so that the link does expire. So, but it's literally that easy. Like all you do is just go to settings, users, and then invite new member.
And I got to do this on my computer dashboard because I don't see it on my phone.
Right. They their app is pretty limited as far as like the admin kind of stuff that you can do.
So I got to try that on my ManyChat. No. Okay. No, this is another app that
Can I ask a quick question, Chris?
A day, absolutely.
We are new to this. Would we also have access to ManyChat?
Okay.
Once we get things going?
Oh yes, yeah. So as soon as so you guys, I think we were waiting on you have to make us admins on the ads account and on the Facebook page. As soon as you do that and we finish building everything out, then Heather will send over a link to you. That link that we just showed you how to generate. Once that's set up, we just can't set that up until you make us an admin on your ads account.
Got you.
Then we'll generate that link, send it to you, and then you'll be in, and you can generate as many links as you want to for your team.
I have access to Facebook page, and because I run 3 pages from there.
Yeah.
But recently when I go there, it looks very limited what I can do. I don't know if something changed. Like it only asks if I can view post. I don't know if they changed the app or anything. So I was wondering if we can help me there.
Yeah, so the big thing is we might have to set up a separate call to kind of check it out. The big thing is just making sure you're an admin on the Facebook page. And then as long as you are, once we set all this up, I can show you how to send the audio prayer and stuff. It's actually really easy once you have that page and everything set up correctly.
All right.
Okay. All right, well, let's see. I know we're at 12:55. I know several people had to leave. Do we probably got time for maybe one more quick question? Does anyone else have one here before we wrap everything up?
One last one.
I'll go ahead. We had two people. We'll try to get to both of them real quick.
Real quick, mine is pretty straightforward. I actually had asked Heather this. I think she's yet to get back to me. For the prayer request and any kind of information is going to come. I was wondering on Messenger or on Facebook, in case the volume is high, is there any way that other church leaders can respond, even though it looks like it will be directed to the pastor?
Yeah. So it's exactly how we were showing Pastor Liddell here just a second ago. Is once you're in there, you can go into ManyChat and you can generate that link and you can add other people in there.
Okay.
And so what we do is, so it looks like it's come from the pastor. Like we did this for my church because it was a ton of prayer requests coming in because we were spending a lot of money in ads. And what we did is we just started a prayer team. And so, people would just say like, hey, what's up? This is Chris. I'm on the prayer team here at Guts Church. Man, I just wanted to reach out and pray for you. Right. And that's all we just said. It's like, hey, what's up? I'm so-and-so. I'm on the prayer team here at Guts Church. Right. Let me pray for you.
Got you. All right. That's my question.
Yep. And then somebody had one more question, right?
Yeah. Have you worked with rural churches also? Because I did try to do some ads on my own, and because of the size, rural areas, population is so scattered. It's been really hard kind of getting people in immediate area where you are.
Yeah.
Have you had success in rural places?
Yeah. So Jose, let me ask, are you part of the Facebook Ministry Ads program or are you just considering it?
No, I just did my own ads.
Okay.
I haven't touched base with you guys yet to see what's going on, but we're just a small church, just started. And I was just putting my own ads, but it was interesting to hear you having some negative comments. I did have some negative comments at first, so just
yeah, that's always going to happen. So okay, well, interesting. So I guess somehow you must be on the email list. So basically, this is a coaching call we do for all of our clients and all the churches we partnered with.
He got negative comments from the prayer ad.
No, he's not in the prayer program. He just created some of his own Facebook ads and got some negative comments on them.
All right.
And that kind of stuff happens. But to answer your question, Jose, yeah, we've had we had a church, a rural church that went from 100 people to 175 in 6 months. We recently had a church that
Ulaga.
a rural place called Ulaga, Oklahoma. And they've been there for 5 years, tried everything and nothing had worked. They had 60 people. And in 2 months, they went from 60 to 110 using these Facebook prayer ads. So it works in rural areas. It works at small churches. It works in big cities, suburban areas. It doesn't matter because everywhere you go, people have a ministry need. And this just allows, it kind of sets up that ministry conversation, which just naturally overflows and leads into people visiting the church.
okay. All right. So sounds good. So I definitely would like to talk to you more about this. So
Okay.
don't want to hold the line now, but if you have time to talk later, I'd love to start talking to you. See
Hey, Jose, let me send you. I'm gonna give you my number if you want. I send it in chat. Shoot me a text and we'll set up a time. Do you see it?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. Well, so here's the deal. Thanks for showing up, guys. We're planning on doing this same place, same time next Wednesday. It'll be 12:30 Central Time. It'll be this same link. We'll send out an email to kind of remind you guys here as well. But I'd encourage you guys to hop on next week's call as well. We'll keep rolling.
Got it. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.